All right, welcome race fans to round number 3 of the IMSC. We're on board here at Road America, actually, in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. We've got a couple of boys here. We're doing a reverse championship grid. So let me get on board here and change the camera angles here. We've got Corporal Cole, ORC Corporal Cole on that. Let's take the map off. In his red, white, and blue livery, of course. Very standard for him. And he's bringing the guys around. And we've got Sedlum right behind. Let's go through the grid here order. So we've got Sedlum, then we've got LBW James in 3rd, we've got Unknown Hitman in 4th, Bondacious in 5th, 4Cam T-Bird in 6th place, ORC Yankees Fan in 7th, Dat Trashman in 8th, RR Flight 602 in 9th, Master Big Chief in 10th, Medieval Knights 3K in 11th, LMR Hybrid in 12th, Scored Buffalo 31, joining us just for this one-off race. He loves, apparently, the Vets and this track, so he's joining us for this race. And we've got Holden back, who is a new driver brought to us by ORC Corporal Cole. So we're going to check him out and hopefully get him in some of the future races. So we've got a nice grid here. You can see that we're driving first the why did the map come back on? Lap times, thank you. And take that off. Okay, so you can see we're driving the Chevrolet C7R Corvette. So next we'll drive the Chevy Cruze as we're getting here ready here on the back straights, coming into the kink and into Canada corner for the warm-up lap. So Cole will start dialing them back, and they'll start Noah's Ark formation 2x2 coming right out of Canada corner. So this should be a good race. I think this car is really planted here. The tune that I provided the guys is fairly balanced, really easy to get on throttle, and really easy through the corners. The Cruze, on the other hand, being a front-wheel drive car that they're going to drive after this, is a little bit has a little bit of understeer, normal front-wheel drive type of issues. So now we should see the guys start forming up here, waiting for them to bring the I assume that Corporal Cole will take the right side and Sedlum will take the left side. So let's see. Nope, we did the opposite way. Alright, watch the guys form up here. As they come up the last part of the hill here, we've got a gold Corvette with Unknown Hitman, LBW James in the bright blue, and 4Cam in the mosaic kind of Corvette back there. We'll jump on board with those guys. Because of the reverse championship grid, we will see these guys completely plow through the field, the guys in the back in the platinum and gold tunes that are a little bit faster. Here we go, the Chevrolet bridge is coming up. We're going, and apparently Cole's going now. So Cole with a jump start, a verified jump start, so we'll have to talk to him about that. But into the first corner here, we'll stay on board with Cole a little bit. Cole doesn't get too much airtime, so we'll give him a little bit of time here as he drives through the first couple corners here. Tires are heated up. See some movement behind. Oh, Cole a little bit, and he's off the track. All right, let's see. He rejoins safely, of course. Oh, and then I think he's just trying to hit those Sargento. He hates cheese, by the way. I forgot to say that. He doesn't like cheese. So they're trying to move those out of the way for him. Okay. So let's jump on board. I want to go... Holy... No way. So Hybrid is already up into 4th place from virtually last... I think he was in actual last position. So he's got LBW James right in front of him in the Bronson. Let's see. LBW James does not defend that. Goes too wide up the inside. They give each other space. You got 4Cam right in front. Oh, Bondacious with a little bump from behind in that kind of metallic purple Corvette there. Watch these guys come through the fast sweeper. So here we've got LMR Hybrid already up into 3rd place, coming through the field very quickly. Hasn't even been a full lap yet. So we knew this was going to happen. That's why we did this, actually throw a wrench in these guys, maybe give the guys that are normally in a bronze and a silver a chance to hopefully win. But these guys in back are just really fast. We see somebody go off in the sand in the back there. I'm not sure who that was. Might be holding. And the inside of 4Cam gives them room, but Hybrid can't make that happen and loses a little bit of momentum. So you see they're going to be exactly the same down the straights. It's just going to be a grip difference in the corners is what's going to separate the drivers right now. You got a fairly sizable gap going back to 4th place here, and who's that in 4th? Bondacious in 4th still. So we got Unknown Hitman to the lead. So Unknown Hitman started fairly way back too, actually, towards the back of the grid. So he's in this, I forget what color this is. Really nice color, actually. Looks really good on this Corvette too. And the number 750. So Unknown Hitman's been doing really well in the championship. Top of the, actually, I think he missed. Oh no, he had a bad round the last round, but other than that, the first round he actually won an AM, and then had a bad round this because he had his batteries die. That's what we heard. So he actually, but he's been proving himself really fast in the Silver Tune. And who's that behind? And we got Hybrid in 2nd place already. So he overtook Sedlum or 4Cam T-Bird, sorry, for that 3rd place spot, and he's already up in 2nd place. So he's charging right through the field. 4Cam trying to stay on board. 4Cam is also an AM Silver driver, so technically these guys are not, battling each other. They are for position on track, and of course 4Cam and Unknown Hitman would love to win, especially over Hybrid. That's somebody that's a very, very accomplished, fast driver. So if you can beat him anytime, that would be great. Coming into Canada Corner for the 3rd time, 2nd race lap time though. And just watch how Hybrid is going to approach this, coming into this couple fast corners right here and coming into the front straight and open up that Corvette. Real light on the brakes, gets nice turned in. Surprising, he doesn't use a lot of that exit curb on that. I think the car is pretty planted. It's not going to have an issue over there. But Hitman's doing a good job staying up above and seeing, relatively see what the lap times are. Let's see who the fastest lapped once the ticker goes around. Master Big Chief all the way in last place, actually. That's interesting. I wonder if he's got damage somewhere. So you see the lap times here, 206, 205 for Hybrid, 208, 207, 207, 208. 207, 7, Hollenbeck with a 9, and a 224 with Flight, 234 with Cole, and a 213 for Master Big Chief. Be curious. I want to see this develop, but I do want to go check on Master Big Chief. He's one of our faster drivers, and for some reason he's struggling. Oh yeah, he's really slow. He's got a ton of damage. I can already tell just by the attitude of that car. So let's go to the telemetry here. Oh yeah, look at that, 100% front, right shock has 100% brakes. Yeah, damage all on the sides. Transmission, 100% driveline. Steering, I mean, you name it, he's got it. I wonder where that happened. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see, so we're going to have to leave him. Unfortunately, that's pretty much day done for Master Big Chief. So let's go back on board with this battle and watch Hybrid hunt down Unknown Hitman. And just within that couple seconds leaving to go check on Master Big Chief, you can see the gap has shrunk, and it's now at 140 feet. So let's use that as a benchmarker. 140 feet at the kink. Hitman knows he's coming, and he sees really good under brakes there, Hybrid, and makes up roughly half of that. Okay, Master Big Chief has left the party. I wouldn't be surprised if he... No, he's in the pits, okay. I was thinking he might back out, but... A little bit of shallow entry there for Unknown Hitman. Compromises him a little bit, and we'll see Hybrid take that wider line. You'll see him catch up here. So I wouldn't be surprised to watch him try to go up the inside here onto T1. Again, these guys are battling on track, but they're not technically battling as far as race pace and actually in classes. They're two different classes. So there he goes, right up the inside. Takes it nice and clean. Unknown Hitman knows and gives him the space. And I thought maybe a cutback was coming, but Hybrid makes a defensive line there. Doesn't let him back through. All right, here we go. Let's go back on with third with 4Cam, who's doing a good job in third here. Again, in the AM class, So these guys holding their own in AM just a little bit, which is what we're kind of hoping for. Hoping for these guys to start up front a little bit and maybe hold up and maybe get a chance to get a higher position. You can see Unknown Hitman and Hybrid, they're really tight together coming to the Corvette bridge. Appropriate. And let's see what we got behind. We got Scored Buffalo, who's a really fast driver and loves this Corvette. So he drove it in the WeatherTech series and did really well. So he heard we're doing this and he wanted to join us. And the other drivers graciously agreed. So welcome, Scored. And we've got a tight battle behind that too. So let's go check back on this with, it looks like Medieval Knight and Bondacious. Let's go back here. Actually, Yankees fan right behind, and Trashman right behind Yankees fan. So we got three, let's see, Bondacious, yeah, all AM drivers. Bondacious, ooh, up against, I got him right on board. Sorry, buddy. He's got a bunch of damage, I'm sure. Let's double check that. Oops. Why isn't it showing up now? Oh, it shows up and then it goes away. Weird. Okay, hang on. There it goes. It's like a delay. Okay, he's going to have to take a pit there. Bum, really unfortunate, Bondacious. I got on board right when you went into the kink there. Sorry about that. It don't show any steering damage. We do know that Forza is unreliable with that stuff, but you can definitely see the red stuff all around, and the car is acting. He's going to peel into the pits right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, so that unfortunately is his race done right now. Let's back out of that and let's get on board with our... so we got James right in front of between in that bright blue Corvette. So now we've got Yankees fan and Trash Man really battling it out. Yankees fan taking really a wide line into that first corner. And now onto the back straightaway here. So Yankee and let's see, Yankee and Trashman really close as far as points too. Yankee has 80 points and second place, and Trash has 90 points in first place in the AM category. So these guys are not only battling out on track right now, but battling out as well in the championship. So both of them really close right now. I like this 32, the way Trash has it set up on his hood on this. I like that. It's a unique design on that. He even made his own ORC logos, or got them from somebody else, I'm not sure. Somebody might have made that. There's Master Big Chief in 14th behind. So you saw his damage he had on his before. So he, like I said, he unfortunately is just going to be kind of cruising around. We might see him pass up. Who was that that went in the pits again? I already forgot. Was it Bondacious? Yeah. Let's see where Bondacious is right now, just to get an idea. He's in the Corvette bridge. Okay, so he's fair bit off right now. So I want to see this battle. I want to see Yankee kind of creep up on this really quick. We'll hang on board with this for a lap. We're on lap 6 of 14. Race lap should be about 30 minutes race time. You see the ticker going across there, some of the lap times. Cole's got it down to 2:10. Bondacious 2:38 that last time. Of course, that was with the damage. 2:19 for Master Big Chief. And a 2:05 for Unknown Hitman's back in the lead. Interesting. I want to go check that out. Hybrid's back to second. There must have been either Hitman overtook him just on pace and skill, or Hybrid made a mistake. I'm not sure. I would like to go back and see that. If we save the replay, somebody saves the replay, we might be able to see that. You can see Hybrid showing his nose and just kind of telling him he's there. I'm sure Hitman already knows. He knows he's back there. See what he does underneath here. He's really good on the brakes. Let's see if he catches up, which he does. Hitman taking a nice line through there. Pro and Am both mixing it up here in two different total tunes. So like I said, LMR Hybrid is one of our faster drivers, so he's in the Platinum tune. So he's got, to give you an idea of how the Corvettes are set up, same exact tune all the way around, same horsepower, same torque, same aero, same everything. The Platinum tune, he has, I think it's 310, I'm going to look at it really quick. He's got 310 millimeter tires all the way around, 26, 86 in poundage. and we've got Hitman with 335 tires, so 20 millimeters more tire width, and 2674, so a little bit lighter too. So that's the difference between the two tunes. Everything else is exactly the same between these two guys, but you can see they're battling on track really well, and Hitman's doing a great job of staying in front and getting back in front. Again, I'm not sure how that happened, but that's irrelevant right now. Let's check out some of these other battles we have. There's Scored Buffalo caught up to the back of Hitman here. So Scored, again, not really in it for points or anything like that. I like that American flag across the top there. A hybrid pull up the hill over Unknown Hitman. Now here comes Scored Buffalo to take second place. So Scored Buffalo here in the Platinum tune, because we do know what kind of driver he is. So we gave him the best tune, of course. And he's doing a good job moving through the field too, so it was the right call, obviously, to keep him in that. Ooh, a little wide for hybrid. Invites Scored for a little battle, for a little sniff up here. Stay on board here a little bit. Unknown Hitman down to third place now on this lap 8 of 14. So he did a great job staying in front for 7 whole laps, pretty much, and battling with hybrid. And some lap time 2:04.8 from Scored Buffalo. That's the fastest one I've seen so far, though I did miss hybrids there just looking at Scored's time. Holden back in the pits with a 2:29, so he must have had come to grief hitting somewhere. Blondatius back to 13th, of course, and yeah, Scored Buffalo 2:04.8. Leader is hybrid with a 2:05.8. So 1 second. These guys are battling it out here. So Scored's not going to get any points for the championship. We're just going to pretend like he's not there. He can influence some battles, but he's a good enough driver to where he's not gonna really mess anybody up. And I think that's why the drivers all knew that they'd be comfortable with him coming in. Some really good lap times across there. 7/10 down from the leaders. Let's go back and check out some of this other action we've got here. Let's see where Medieval Knight is. Medieval Knight coming into Canada corner right now. Who's he looking at right there in front? 4Cam and Trash behind. And then I think, who's that? And okay, so Yankees fan and James. Oh no, it's Yankees. Oh, that's Master Big Chief coming through. Okay. So Master Big Chief is the one who just went through past Yankees fan, but again, that doesn't matter. He's a lap behind due to that pit stop. So no real threat there. Yankees fan, I'm sure, probably just let him go. Let's go up to Trash here. Let's see. There's the gap between himself and Master Big Chief right now, so we'll see what happens there. And actually just checking something. Okay. Could be why I don't hear the cars as much. Yep, because I was in that party, so I totally forgot about that. So now I can hear the cars a little bit more. Not that I need to hear them, but it's kind of cool. Alright, so let's see what else we got. Let's check in the back here. So Holden back. So let's see. Holden will be back. Holden all be back. Oh, okay, there you go. Holden all be back. I did slow that down and read it. In 13th, we got Bondacious in 12th right now. Corporal Cole in 11th. Flight in 10th. James in 9th. And we've got Sedlum in 8th. ORC Yankees fan in 7th. On board with Trashman right now in 6th. Medieval Knight in 5th. 4Cam T-Bird in 4th place. Unknown Hitman in 3rd. Elmar Hybrid in 2nd. And Scored Buffalo in 1st. First on track, but won't be first in points. Just because Scored is not going to score any points in this race. There's the gap between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So we got quite a battle here amongst the top 3. And it's lap 9 of 14. We're about to cross over to lap 10 here pretty shortly as we come out of the last couple corners. Oh, Hybrid right up the inside. A little bit of contact, but nothing major. Scored takes that inside line, but we're looking for the cutback here from Hybrid. Doesn't quite materialize. Not enough torque off that last final corner. There's no draft in Forza, so hybrid's not going to gain anything. Scored shows his intentions and actually goes narrow, but then actually comes over maybe a mid-track. Hybrid has nowhere to go, obviously, on that. Not catching the draft. The car's exactly the same. But that did, look what it did do to Hitman and behind. Hitman is actually catching up now. In that. So this is actually going to throw, if Hitman stays where he is, this is going to put a couple points between himself and Yankees fan in the points, which he's already up 10 points. But this is going to put, so Yankees fan is in, let's see, where's he at? So he's got a couple people in between himself and Yankees fan. But this is a good battle on track right now. Hitman goes a little bit wide there. Elmar Hybrid gives Scored a little bit of boost there. They all hit the apex pretty good. Go nice track out. This is flat out right here. Coming downhill a little bit and into the fast left-hander and into the sweeping, I forget what they call that corner, the sweeping curve. Right here in the Speed Johnson, here's the Johnsonville corner. This is where they eat all the sausage, I heard. Alright, Elmo Hybrid really trying to get on board with them. We've got the kink, so there's not going to be a move here. And I don't think he can do a move. It might be a move set up into Canada corner. Oh, Hybrid a little wide. Loses a little bit of ground. Goes back. You can see it dropping 100 feet, 110 feet. Watch him catch up under brakes here. There you go, down to 47, 40, 50. So Scored Buffalo in the lead and with the fastest lap too. And his battle for the top 3 is really good. Let's go on board here with Hitman so we can see in front of us what this looks like from this angle here. And then we can also look from behind into, who's that, 4Cam T-Bird hanging on. See, Scored going defensive initially and then going across to the left here. I don't think Hybrid's close enough to be able to make that happen though. Unless he really tries to throw it up the inside, but you can't really do that into turn 1. You saw Hitman hit that apex, nice. Nice track. Excuse me. Swallowed a frog. Tracked out a little bit there on the outside of that curve, which is totally fine. Good apex there, good exit from Hitman. Let's go back here to a 4Cam T-Bird who's been really doing a great race in this one too. Really holding up the times. Let's see where he's at with his lap time. Once it comes across here, 4Cam doing a 2:06.0. Both Hitman and 4Cam doing the exact same time pretty much. 2:05.8 from Medieval Knight. A little bit slower than we're used to seeing him, I think. So we'll have to see what's going on. We'll go on board with him for a little bit right here as he comes under the Corvette bridge. I mean, 4Cam's right there. He sees him. So he knows he's there. Nice entry there. You can see that, you could hear the breathe of throttle. He just let off a little bit as he felt like he was going to go a little bit wide. Hits the apex there. Nice track out. Breathe off the throttle. Let the car rotate here and the sweeper, and then full power should be right here. Yep. Perfect. And through the kink, he should be flat too if you get it right. So let's see what he does. Perfect entry, perfect exit. Nice. Medieval Knight showing us how it's done in the kink. He's trying to catch up to 4Cam T-Bird right in front. He sees him. He's getting closer. Not close enough to where we can see the ticker to see how many feet away he is. But that should be really short. 4Cam running really wide on that exit right there. Going over the grass just a little bit. You see kick up in front. Scored Buffalo with a 2:05.4. So they might be slowing each other down a little bit up there. Looks like Hybrid is 7/10 off the lead right now. So let's go check back at ORC Yankee fan up to 6th place here with Dat Trashman right behind him. So this is a good battle. I'm going to hang on board with this and get in Trashman's perspective here. Yankees fan's gonna go defensive here. He thinks Trash is a little bit too close, and yet Trash tries to hang it on the outside, but that's going to be hard. Oh, Yankees fan not going all the way out. Interesting. So Yankees fan's got to go defensive here to keep that position. He does. Let's see if that compromises his exit, and let's see if Trashman can get alongside him. So 2 AM cars battling out right now. Let's look at the relative pit times here. 206.7 and a 207.4. So something may have happened that last lap that we missed. Lap 12 of 14 right now, so we're almost done with this race already. This thing has flown by. There's been some issues, obviously, with wrecks. I'm not sure what happened to Master Big Chief and Bondacious. Both those guys had to go in the pits, as well as Holden. I'll be back. Actually went into the pits as well. So he must have gotten off track and got some damage somewhere. Be curious to talk to them maybe after the race and see what happened. You can see Master Big Chief there just popped up with a 205, low 205. So he's definitely putting in the effort to get back up, but unfortunately, one pit stop, if nobody else is doing it, is going to kill your race. You see Yankees fan standing on the outside of that corner there. Trashman trying to make the best of it. And they're pretty much out in no man's land here by themselves, so they can focus on each other. Ooh, I thought Trash was going to go wide there. All right, coming into Canada corner for the 12th time here. Corporal Cole with a 208 really brought that down. Bondacious with a 212.0. Bondacious is struggling in this car, it looks like. I don't know if he had another incident, but that's well off the lap times. I think a 207, 208 is probably pretty much the normal. Holden, I'll be back in a 209.5. So he's actually come on pretty strong already and come to speed with that. And he's in the gold tune. Again, any driver that comes in that we don't know, and I've never raced with them, we've got to put them in the gold tune by default. And that's just to protect some of the other drivers that have gone through the time and have done all that stuff. We mentioned that before in the previous race. We got a great battle here with Trashman, though, looking at the back of Yankees fan. Yankees fan having this, they're just slowing each other down, but I'm not sure they'll be able to catch up. Who's that up in front there? Medieval Knight in 5th place has got a pretty good gap on him. So right now they're really just trying to get, and this is for points. And actually, this would actually help Yankees fan because Trash is in front in the championship by 10 points. So this would give them a couple points. We also do, we normally do the fastest qualifier too, but we're not doing that in this race because we did do the reverse championship grid. So a little wide there. Yep, I thought that was going to compromise his entry. And you see what happens there. Just a slight mistake can just give you a couple tenths off. One more penultimate race lap, 13 of 14 finished. So I'm going to have to go away from this battle and go check on the front battle here so we can see. Actually, we'll wait till they get around. Yankees fan go really wide out there, actually compromised himself. It looks like he caught up a little bit. Yeah, you can see the ticker now, 120, 130. Let's see the entry here. Ooh, a little squirrely on entry. But holds it in there. Yankees fan a little bit better run through there, so he gained a few feet out of that. Let's see how they are under brakes here. Trashman catching up really nicely and actually hitting the apex, and Yankees fan missing the apex, and you see him losing about 100 feet there. That was big on brakes right there. Slight dab of the brakes. Yankees fan's faster through there. Now let's see how they stack up on this. Yankees fan on the apex, Trashman a little bit off. And you can see the difference there again. Look at that ticker just go up. 110, 115, 120. And now he's pulling away 130. All right, last lap. So I'm going to go on board with the leaders of the race up in front. Let's get on board with Hitman. Let's see where he's at. You can't even see. The leaders just go around the turn there. So let's get on board with Scored Buffalo now in 2nd place. Hybrid now right in front. So again, good battle on track, but not really for points. So Hybrid can just be comfortable and just his nearest rival actually, as far as points are concerned, is Medieval Knight in 4th place. And wait a minute, did we lose somebody? No, how did he get him in 4th? I thought Medieval was in 5th. Hitman in 4th. So Medieval's caught up to Hitman. 4Cam is the issue. That's why 4Cam had an issue. And has now dropped a couple places. I think he was in 4, maybe he was in 4th or 5th. Yeah, he was in 4th. So he dropped out of 4th. So Medieval Knight was able to overhaul him, or he made a mistake. All right. On board with Scored here. Chasing down Hybrid. Last couple corners, last sector of the race. Let's see if hybrid goes defensive here. We've seen hybrid better on the brakes. So let's see if that's true. Scored actually does a really good job on the brakes there and comes out of Canada corner even closer with 45 feet, 50 feet. Fast left-hander, just let off the throttle. Yeah, hit it right on the apex. Both the guys did an excellent job there. And last corner, before hybrid takes yet another win in the Platinum and the IMSC round number 3 here at Road America in the Chevy C7R Corvette GT3 or GTLM. There you go. There's a win for hybrid. Score takes second place. We got Unknown Hitman going to come up here probably in third. Oh, look at the drag race between these two. 3 guys, all 3. Wow, that was crazy. I'll have to look and see how that finished. Maybe that was Hitman and 4Cam and wait, and what was that? Oh, that was a good finish though. Yankees fan yet behind, and then we have Dat Trashman in 7th, our Flight in 8th, Sedlum in 9th. He comes through, yep. LBW James in 10th place. Looks like everybody's finished. Okay. Corporal Cole should be coming across the line here shortly. Up last couple corners. Wow, so I'm gonna have to look back at that and see. It looks like the game obviously finished it, but that was really close. Top 3. I don't know if they set that up and they knew I'd be on board with them. That was weird. Look at that, 30 minutes, 44 seconds for the finish time for the leader. So that was perfect right on. All right, that was exciting. So we had a couple issues hauling back. Bondacious Master Big Chief unfortunately finishing in last place with that damage in the first part of the race. So that was unfortunate for him. Let me grab my phone and grab a screenshot here of the finishing position. And then previous race. All right. Okay. There we go. And let's get the last little bit, guys. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to set this up in a finishing order from the first race. Oops. All right. So give me a second, guys, while I set up the next race. We've got LMO Hybrid on the pole. All right, the guys are switching over to cars right now. So while they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and change the race grid here. So we've got LMR Hybrid on first place. Then we've got Scored Buffalo. And then we've got Unknown Hitman, Medieval Knight, and 4Cam. So where's Unknown Hitman, Medieval, and 4Cam. Okay, who else we got? And then we got Yankees Fan, Trash, and Flight. Yankees Fan, that's good. There it is. Yankees Fan, Trash, and Flight. Oh, actually. And then who do we got after that? We do have Flight. We got Sedlum, James, Cole. Sedlum, James, Cole, and then Bondacious. And then what we're going to do is we're going to okay, so Hybrid, Hitman. So double check this. I got Hybrid, Hitman, Medieval, 4Cam, Yankees Fan, Trash, Flight. Wait, what is it? Yankees Fan, Trash Man, Flight, Yeah, Yankees International Flight, Sedlum, James, Cole, and then we're gonna have Scored Buff or Bondacious. Where's Bondacious? Oh, he was on the other screen. Let me make sure I got that correct. Let's look at the next screen. Yeah, Bondacious, Master Big Chief, and it looks like Master Big Chief left again. So, okay, double check everybody's in there. All right, that was a good first battle. Good win by Hybrid. Scored Buffalo, of course, showing that he's a great driver, just jumping in and having fun with us. It'd be good to have him in the championship. I'm not sure why he didn't join, but for whatever reason, he didn't make it to the other races. So there's no reason to score him any points or anything like that. So, but again, just having a good time with us. Good driver. Obviously, you saw that with his pace. He's fast, and he's clean, too. Really impressed actually too with Holden. I'll be back as well. Great job with you, buddy. You got a nice Monster Energy drink Chevy Cruze livery on too. But good job racing with that one. Most of the guys don't know who you are, so it was good that you were able to show them kind of your pace. And hopefully we'll look forward to seeing some of the other events. He'll probably, I think he's going to join the rest of the events here. So yes. See Cole, looking James. Okay, yep. All right, just waiting for the guys to ready up. So introducing this one, we're obviously driving the number 4 Chevy Cruze. This is all about Chevy, and this is all about an American track. So that was done on purpose. These cars both run really well here at Road America. Really good track for both these cars. Now we are going to see, I think, a little bit closer race in this TCR. For some reason, slow these guys down just a little bit with the car choice, and maybe a little more predictable understeer with the front-wheel drive cars, and these guys really battle it out. So just waiting on the last couple guys to ready up, and then we can get going. I'm not in a party chat with them, so I can't tell them. So let's just send a real quick message to Yankees fan and tell him to ready up. Oops. All right. Sorry, he already knows this. So I'm sure he's directing the guys. We've got Hybrid, Hitman, James, Cole, Buffalo, Holden. I'll be back. A couple people not necessarily up to starting the race maybe yet, but we need to kind of speed it up because we did have quite a long race last time where we had to restart and a long period in between. So we're trying to avoid that. Get these guys done. Waiting for Buffalo. Perfect. Everybody's readied up. Just double check again. All right, guys. Second race of the IMSC round 3 at Road America in the Chevy Cruze now. There's the starting grid right there. LMR Hybrid on top. Unknown Hitman, Medieval Knight, 4Cam, ORC Yankees fan, Dat Trashman, Flight 602 Sedlum, James, Corporal Cole, Bondacious, Scored Buffalo, Holden I'll be back, and then myself. So you can see I put Scored Buffalo and Holden I'll be back in the back of this because we need the guys in front in the actual championship to fight this out, and I don't want them to play a huge part in it. So I'm sure we'll see Scored Buffalo come through. I like the detail on this. Here we go. They got the pace lap. They're ready to go. Let me quit out of this. And then we're getting ready for the second race. Spectate. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we got some tire smoke, of course. Let's change, of course, our camera to the game cameras, which I like. Let's take off our map. Get that out of the way. We're on board here with Corporal Cole in the back, I believe, and the number 77. I think this is the one I made from yeah, it's the one I made from last season. I didn't upgrade yours, Cole, and I'll tell you why. Because you always do your own liveries. So So I fully anticipated you to have some crazy livery this week. So let me know if you want the other ones. Oh, somebody's off track there. Looks like they're trying to wait for him. Everybody's slowing down. Who is that? That's Hybrid. Hybrid sitting there off track, no power, no nothing. Not sure what's going on. There he goes. Alright, now he's got it under boat, so let's see what's happening here. I'm gonna go on board with 4-cam T-Bird in the crazy psychedelic with the blue stripe, of course, and a nice 6 there. So I think I updated 4-cams, yeah. So the drivers in front there, you see they have all the same liveries. Those are the ones I did last year. And so you got number 21 of Medieval Knight here. Doesn't look like Hitman used his. He's using that same like kind of semi-gloss wine color. So we should see Hybrid coming through the field here to start here and regain his position up in the front. Oh, let me change the ticker. Where's that? There it is. So I want to go to lap times, of course. Oh, there's a huge gap right now. So yeah, we'll see the guys start to slow down. I imagine Hybrid will be coming through. And why did I get telemetry up there? I don't want telemetry. Okay, perfect. Oh, I think it was player info. Here comes Hybrid up the inside. Just barely making it. Alright, must have had something going on with controller batteries or something, I'm not sure. Alright, Hybrid's going to take his place up there. Now we've got 4-cam T-Bird going to slot into his place, ORC Yankees fan behind. So we've got Hybrid taking the left side, Unknown Hitman right, so it looks like odds left, evens right. Medieval Knight's going to be on the outside. They like that race line, the preferred race line. So these guys are going to slow it down a little bit. And I don't have my ticker in it again. Okay. Here we go, the guys are slowing down. Let's look at this behind now. Got everybody formed up 2 by 2 really nicely. We got Dat Trashman in the purple Alzheimer's Association livery. You can see that behind. Here we go, we're about to go. The Chevy bridge is the go sign. So we're about ready to get going here pretty soon. We got about 3, 2, 1. Here we go, we're off to the races. Hybrid with a slow start. Unknown Hitman did an okay start, but Medieval Knight had nowhere to go. He couldn't go right on that, so he actually went in the back of Hybrid a little bit. Now, again, these cars are good, but they're way different than the C7R. These have a lot more understeer being a front-wheel drive car. Really good car to drive, really good power. The build we have is pretty decent on it. There you go, Hybrid out a little wide. Medieval Knight takes advantage and comes up on the inside. And looking at the back of 4-cam right now. So 4-cam in second right now, but Medieval leaves the inside open for Medieval. I'm not sure if that was just letting him because he's a pro driver versus an AM driver. Oh, somebody went really wide right there. Hybrid way off. Yankees fan way off. These guys come to grips with front-wheel drive versus the rear-wheel drive car. That's one of the major challenges, forcing these guys to go 2 different vehicles back to back and 2 totally different platforms. That's kind of the reason. Last round we saw the BMWs both rear-wheel drives, so that was relatively easy to bounce from the M8s to the 135. But this is totally different, and most of them are going to be like this. Most of them are going to be front-wheel drive TCR cars versus rear-wheel drive, mid-engine or front engine placements. So Unknown Hitman shown again his raw speed. So another thing we'll do too is we just did a BOP adjustment and adjusted Sedlum and James into the bronze tune. Sedlum from the silver tune to the bronze, and James from the gold tune, default gold tune, to the bronze. And that's based on lap times. So what I do is I actually take all the race laps that all these guys did, in the race that I can get, and calculate them, and then put them in and figure out what the average lap time is, and then based on that I'll figure out where it should be. Nice move on the outside from 4Cam to go level with Unknown Hitman and actually pull ahead up the hill here. That was a great move, and we got it all on camera. 4Cam, good job. 4Cam to the lead after the first actual race lap. You can see Medieval Knight back there in third, creeping, trying to get closer here. Unknown Hitman good on the brakes, but 4Cam takes a normal racing line. You see Flight there now on the back of Medieval Knight. Let's go back here to Flight, actually, because we can see a couple guys in the front here. Right on the back of 4Cam, we got Scored Buffalo all the way up to 5th place already. So really making hay in that tune coming up. Unknown Hitman, you can see right there in front, and 4Cam with the battle for first. Let's see if Medieval Knight goes defensive here. Now he takes his normal racing line, and actually Flight takes that as an invitation to get about halfway alongside. Great racing with these guys right here. That was awesome. Really close, really respect given. You can see Flight up the inside. Medieval Knight goes a little wide, gives him the space. Let's see if he backs out now, or if he backs out and lets him have that corner. That's a hard one to stay in there. And here comes Scored Buffalo. Now Scored Buffalo is a little trapped here with Medieval Knight taking a defensive line here on the inside. Flight now coming into the sweeper, and Scored Buffalo right behind is going to take that position off of Medieval Knight. He's going to try to pin him to the outside. Look how close these guys are driving. This is what it's all about. This is what league racing is all about. And this is why, if you find this video and this is the kind of racing that you want to have, come and join us. This is exactly why we have these races. Way better than a public lobby. Lots of respect shown, a lot of racing room, and a lot of race craft. Scored Buffalo, I bet you he's going to dive up on the inside. No, he doesn't. Ooh, little contact there, and he dives on the outside. That was unfortunate. I don't know if he just got caught out by that brakes. By the brakes a little bit from Flight, and Medieval Knight takes advantage of that. And we see 4Cam and Unknown Hitman battling out in the front there. 4Cam pulling a little bit of gap, but not too much. So again, I told you this is where the excitement's going to be, is in these TCR cars. This is exactly what we're seeing again. Just like I said, slow these guys down just a tiny bit, and give them a platform that's really easy, user-friendly to drive, and these guys will drive the crap out of these cars. You see now, you should see the pace start increasing now as they get used to the platform again. A little bit of touch of brakes. We always see that from Medieval Knight. He has a little brake. We see actually a pass for position back there. Hybrid comes back through the field on Dat Trashman, and we see Scored Buffalo there back in 7th. I'm guessing Scored Buffalo has a little bit of damage. I would guess he hit Flight just a little bit. He did a great job of trying to avoid him, but unfortunately just couldn't all the way. And you can see up in front of this battle right here, we've got Flight and Medieval Knight at the Corvette bridge here. Medieval Knight on the inside. Let's see if Flight tries for the switchback. Now he's still on the inside. He's going to push him through that corner. Yep. Again, nice respect. Oh, Medieval Knight goes off. Maybe not enough respect there. That's a great battle in front. It's actually good to see it from Hybrid's position here. We've got Trashman and Scored Buffalo battling it out on the sweeper. Now coming into the fast kink on the back straightaway. Let's see what our lap times say here. Okay, 4Cam actually has the fast lap at 2:14.0. 2:14.5 from Hitman, 2:14.9 from Flight. Coming into Canada corner here, hard on the brakes for Hybrid. Hits that apex really nice, tracks out. And he's catching Medieval Knight and Flight right here. So Flight back ahead. Looks like Medieval Knight maybe touched him a little bit there into the last corner. First and second, 4Cam's really on a charge here and has really put the pedal to the metal down. It looks like he really likes this car. At least it goes with his style really well. We've got a battle for position here behind with Scored Buffalo. And I believe that, who's that on? That's on Dat Trashman. I'm going board with this battle with Medieval Knight and Flight, because this one's really good. Okay, we're looking at front two. We can see the top four here battling it out. Nice, both of them hit the apex really nice. Flight a little wide. Let's see if that hurts him coming down this straight. I don't think it will. Doesn't look like it will. And we see Sedlin back there in 8th place. We're seeing Yankspan in 9th. James in 10th. Foundations in 11th. Holden Albee back in 12th. And Corporal Cole in 13th. We'll go through lap times hopefully in a second when we watch this battle here. 2:13.3 for 4Cam I just saw pop up there. That's even better than the last lap we saw. 2:14.0. So he's picked up another 7/10 somewhere. Oh, it's not going to that. Okay, lap 5 of 14 here. Things are starting to settle down a bit here and there, but yeah, now we see a grouping. Scored Buffalo is going to be on the back of this pretty soon too with hybrid. See the guys really feathering the throttle there, keeping it on pace because this car wants to understeer off there. Into the kink here. Let's see if we hear. Yeah, little lift right there. Turn in and then full power again. Yep, perfect. Hybrid's going to come up. Let's see if he dives over the inside. Let's see if Medieval Knight protects this. No, he doesn't protect it. Yeah, hybrid up on the inside, gives him space, and hybrid decides not to push it along the side there and backs out of the move. That's giving Flight a little bit of breathing room here because Medieval Knight has to worry about hybrid behind. Really wide entry. Let's see if he gets a really good charge off this corner. Yep. Looks like both of them do 66 feet and staying exactly 65 feet. So it's not really, they're only losing and gaining based on their shift points. And we saw, I think it was Medieval Knight and Flight were really good on shifts in the first couple rounds. And they actually picked up some speed just identifying where the cars need to shift. It looks like they're pretty even on pace here. Let's see, Hybrid's just playing a waiting game right now, looking for that exact. As Medieval Knight goes a little wide, misses that apex a little bit. Let's see if that lets him come up. Doesn't look like it. We'll go overboard with this unknown hitman here and see this battle between himself and 4Cam in the lead. So 2 AM drivers up in the front here doing really well for themselves and actually coming up front and staying up front in this car. Excuse me. I had to cough. 213.0, 214.0, 215.8. So let's see who the... Ooh, Holden Albee back in the pits. The 232. So I'm guessing that's with damage. Looks like he's struggling with this car a little bit. He's a little more comfortable in the C7R Corvette, which was really planted around the corner. So I get it. That makes sense. And that's the great thing about to see with these different drivers handle the different platforms right away. Some drivers will get it in the first couple laps and adapt really quickly. Some drivers will take a little bit longer, about half the race, then you'll see them start really charge. Unknown Hitman with a 213.7. That was a good lap too. 213.8 by Medieval Knight. 214.0 by Scored Buffalo. So everybody really close within a couple tenths. You see the battle there between, looks like, is that Scored Buffalo right behind now? No, it's Flight behind, okay. Let's say that was going to be shocking. Medieval Knight and Hybrid battling out. Hybrid past Medieval Knight right now. So now he's going to be on board with Flight. So Flight, based on that battle between Hybrid and Medieval, was able to get some space between them. But it does look like Hybrid's on a charge as we kind of normally expect. He's had first couple of bad laps getting used to the new car, I think. Let's see, let's go back down here. Let me check on Trash here. Trash Man, he's kind of squeezed in between. Who's that behind? That's Sedlin behind, and Scored Buffalo in front by a fair margin. Medieval Knight, we've already been on board with a few, but this is a good a good battle right here with Hybrid right in front. Let's check down. Let's check it out with Bondacious. Bondacious has been really good in the last couple rounds. He's 75 points in 4th place in the AM Championship, but he's really struggling in this race in both cars. He had that accident in the first car, had to go in the pits, and haven't seen him in this car, but it looks like 216.9, so kind of squeezed right there in the middle there with this car. Looks like he's having trouble getting it turned in. Let's check LBW James. Let's see what he's up to. He's using the Aqua. It looks like James is just getting used to the game again. He 225, 220.5. So yeah, a lot of seconds. That makes a lot of sense. 3 or 4 seconds off of the pace. That is a lot of seconds, to be honest with you. So I wasn't lying. So yeah, he's a fair few seconds off, I would say. But that's expected. He's just getting used to the game. Just got the game, what, a week and a half ago. So it's expected for him to kind of hang out back here. That's why we finally put him in the bronze tune, which is where he belongs. I think he knows all the tracks. I think he's been practicing. So he's just getting used to it. So James, keep going. Let's see. Holden will be back there in 12th. Let's double check on him. He had an issue with his pit stop. So I know he had damage. And then we've got Cole hanging out back here. Oh, literally just hanging out back here. Just watching the race. Cole has parked it. Not sure why. But he's just watching everybody go around. Okay. Cole did the 4-hour endurance event before in Project Cars 2 today and had lots of fun. He can tell you all about that. Okay, let's go back on board with Flight up here in 3rd. Let's see how close. Hybrid's a little bit closer. Medieval's lurking back there. And I think that is that Scored Buffalo. Yep, Scored Buffalo back there. So basically 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all right here. And you can still see Unknown Hitman in 2nd and 4Cam T-Bird holding his own in 1st place. Really impressed with that. We know all these guys are capable of winning. But they are classed differently based on their overall pace. So Hybrid just having an issue in the first couple laps. Scored Buffalo having an issue running to the back of Flight, coming into Canada Corner. Went in lap 4 or 5 or something like that. So it's given these guys an opportunity to really put on the pace and kind of show their driver skill too, which is cool. And it doesn't have anything to do with the reverse grid this time. These guys just appear to be more comfortable in this Cruze and really like driving it. Good line from Flight there. It looked like it didn't even let off on that time. So these guys are really trying to figure it out. It's lap 8 of 14. If he doesn't defend, he does defend, and Hybrid goes ahead and puts it up the inside. Let's look for the cutback. Not quite enough on that one. That was a good pass from Hybrid, going up into 3rd place. Flight relegated to 4th, and Medieval Knight now looking right behind in 5th place, with Scored Buffalo behind that in 6th. So we've got pro on pro here with Flight and Hybrid. So this is an actual pass for position on track. So let's see, if you were to score that as far as pro, Hybrid would be in 1st place, and pro Flight would be in 2nd place. And we've got 4Cam in 1st place, and Am and Unknown Hitman in really wide line there from Flight. We've got to watch those off tracks. All right, coming on the back straight here. First, what do we got? What did I say, the first 6? Yeah, first 6 drivers really separated by, I mean, only a couple seconds. Really close after 9 laps. So again, this is the exciting race. The TCR, the second battle, always seems to be a lot closer. Little bump there. Didn't look too bad. Oh yeah, cut back. Ooh, shuts the door. I wonder if Hybrid thought that was a little bit aggressive on Flight's part to give him a little bit of nudge there and maybe knock him a little bit wide. Hard to tell. It didn't look like it was that hard. A ding on there, but Oh, a little bit wide there from both guys. Medieval Knight now you can see is drawn in closer, same as Scored Buffalo. So this little battling back and forth between Hybrid and Flight is drawing them closer. And they're kind of losing touch with the top two a little bit. I want to keep the lap time, so I don't want to change to the distance there. Now we've seen Hybrid dive up the inside multiple times, so let's see if Flight has learned from that and is going to protect the line a lot more. He doesn't protect the line, and Hybrid doesn't look up the inside this time. Okay. I think he felt like he was maybe too far behind on that one. But again, another great battle between these drivers. Little touch from Hybrid. Again, same thing, no harm, no foul. Push a little bit wide there. Let's see for the cutback here. Both of them get on the power pretty decent, but Hybrid a little bit better. You can see him get that better drive off the corner. And there's Medieval Knight lurking right there with Scored Buffalo right behind. Okay, Hybrid's well enough along. He's about halfway alongside here. A little bit more now, so he's going to have this corner. Yep, now he's fully alongside. So Flight's going to have to give him the room there, and he does. And we're a little wide. That's not too bad. I'm okay with that. Scored Buffalo with a 2:12.9 as a fast lap now. So he's on a charge right there. You see him in 6th place. A little bit of bump there on Hybrid again on the exit. So again, this is actually for position. This is actually for 1st and 2nd right now as it sits for Pro. So these guys really do need to battle it out. Let's see if we have our first AM winner for this. He's got to hold on for 4 more laps. And if these guys keep racing like this and slowing themselves down, and Medieval Knight gets involved in this, we might see our first AM winner in this series so far this year. And that would be really cool. So it looks like 4Cam up there still in front, but it looks like the gap is closed down a little bit. Unknown Hitman there has brought it down just a little bit. And this battle between Hybrid and Flight and Medieval Knight's really good. Into the sweeper now under the Johnsonville Speedville sign. And now under the Continental Tire sign into the kink. Fast kink. Let's see if they lift. Little lift and then back on the throttle. Little feather there. I think if you get that entry right, you can actually take it pretty flat out in this car. Now, I think we saw that before with Flight. I think he did take it at one point completely flat out. It's hard to do it every single time though. That's where the consistency comes into play. Look at Hybrid opening up that gap just a little bit. And now he's on to the last corner here. And now he's going to try his best to catch up to the top 2 there. Hybrid really wants to take the overall lead of the whole race and not let these guys walk away with it. But let's get on board with Hitman. Looking at the back of 4Cam T-Bird, doing an excellent job in 1st place there. And you can see the gap there from this perspective. Looks a lot bigger there, going back to 3rd place of LMR Hybrid. With Flight right behind too. 4Cam a little bit wide there. Hitman gets a good exit, so now we got 120, 130, 140 feet. Okay, so 4Cam's pulled away actually. So that didn't hurt him too much, or Unknown Hitman couldn't get on the throttle quite as quickly as 4Cam could. So you can see the ticker there. We've got Dat Trashman in 7th, Sedlum in 8th, ORC Yankees Fan in 9th, Bondacious in 10th, LBW James in 11th, Holden Albee back in 12th, and ORC Corporal Cole in 13th. And again, this recap, we've got 1st place 4Cam T-Bird right there in front. We're looking at on board with Unknown Hitman in 2nd, Elmar Hybrid in 3rd, Medieval Knight in 5th, Scored Buffalo in 6th. Oh, we forgot Flight in 4th. That's what I meant. Yeah, I gotta take a breath. Okay, lap 11 of 14. Almost done with this race. Almost done with this round, and it's been a good one. It's been really exciting to watch these guys. They did a really good job in the first race in the Corvette C7R. I think 2014, if I remember correctly, in that car. And now we're in the Chevy Cruze. And the latter half of this race, 4Cam T-Bird leading a ton of these laps. I'm not sure he led exactly the whole race, but he's been pretty close. And he's been near flawless. I haven't seen him really go off track or put a foot wrong so far. And same thing with Unknown Hitman here. We did see LMR Hybrid in the first part of this race have a mistake in the first couple laps. And that's why he went back and now he's working himself back through the field. So again, it looks like the top 6 really covered by a couple seconds after 12 laps of racing. So that's really shows how close these drivers are, as well as the cars and the tunes. All right, let's go and check back with, we've got 2 laps left, so let's go and check back towards the mid half of the field. Let's go check back with Bondacious again. Let's check in with him as he dodges a sign there. Some of the signs can kill you in the game, so you do want to avoid those. Hard to see if he's around anybody right now. I don't want to put on the map, but you can't see anybody in front or anybody behind, so he's kind of just cruising around right now. ORC Yankees fan in 9th place up here. See a 2:12.6 from LMR Hybrid now as the top fastest lap. And looks like he's got Holden I'll be back in actually 12th place, but right behind him. But same thing, Yankees fan is off on his own little island right now. Hasn't really been able to catch up to anybody. Let's see if we can get on board with Trash and see where he's at. Let's see if he comes through. Nope. Okay, so there's a good amount of room between Dat Trashman and Yankees fan in 9th place. But we do have a good battle between Sedlum and Dat Trashman now here. So Dat was actually I think he was higher up at one point. Am I thinking about the other race? I may be thinking about the other race too, but I think it was this one. But Sedlum now in front in the newly moved to the bronze tune based on his not his performance, based on his average lap times. We were able to move him to the bronze tune. I think he's doing a little bit better now and actually mixing it up with some of the silver drivers, which is what we're looking for. So Sedlum right there in 7th. Scored Buffalo still in 6th. Let's get his perspective here. Looking at the back of Medieval Knights and Flight right in front, and there's the top 3. So this is kind of the best perspective and the best kind of closest laps, or closest cars of the lap. We tick over to lap 13, penultimate lap here. So 1.5 more racing laps, or almost 2 racing laps because they just crossed. Let's look at the gap here come down under brakes. This is going to make him go a little wide. No, that's okay. And now we're going to see on the back stretch here, on the back straightaway, a little lockup again from Medieval Knight. That's pretty standard with Medieval Knight, we've noticed. But he does really good on the brakes too, so I mean he's doing something right. And 4th place right up there with Flight in front. Good battle between these guys. Hybrid, Flight, 4Cam, Unknown Hitman, all these guys. And it looks like I just saw out of the top there that Hybrid is still closing down those guys. So I'm going to go on board with Hybrid right here and watch this kind of come down a little bit. Yeah, he's got a lap and a half basically to catch up to these guys. Now catching them is one thing, passing them is total another. And 4Cam is now, or Unknown Hitman has caught up to 4Cam and is now really close behind him. And you can see the gap is 140 feet in the sweeper here, basically 135. Let's see how they do out of the kink. Let's see if Hybrid takes it flat. He does take it flat. Maybe a slight lift, and maybe hurt a little bit. I don't know if that was the car or if that was him lifting just a tiny bit to help settle the car or get it turned. Hybrid's showing he's really good on the brakes, really good on turning. Look how close he is all of a sudden. He just went from 150 feet, basically 140 feet at the sweeper, down to 90 feet, down to 85 feet. A little wide there. Let's see. He's going to take a nice wide entry into this. Really nice exit. 70 feet now, 75, 80, losing a tiny bit. So that may be down to just where he's shifting. I'm not sure. But he's lost who was that? Who was that in 5th place again? Was that? Oh no, 4th place. That's Medieval Knight. So he's Medieval Knight's dropped off quite a bit. So this is the battle as we go into the last lap here for 1st place. If 4Cam or Unknown Hitman takes the win, that'll be the first win for the AM series, AM driver in the series. Typically it's been dominated by pro drivers, of course, with a hybrid here that we're on board with now. If you've seen our other races, please go back. If you like the action you're seeing here, go back to the other races and see from round 1 and round 2 of this series here. We've still got 3 more rounds after this, so there's going to be plenty of action as we see the top 3 really close. I mean, 15 feet separating Hitman and hybrids. Let's see if Hitman goes. He's worked hard for this. Yeah, so he goes defensive. And we get in the last couple corners here. I mean, literally half of the lap left, and the top 3 are within probably 3/10. Unknown Hitman goes defensive. We're going to force hybrid the long way around, which he does do. And under brakes goes all the way around him. A little wide on that exit, but he's got the move done. And now he's looking at the back of 4Cam. Now, that may have given 4Cam a little bit of room to keep this lead. Let's see. Hybrid's really pushing hard. You can see it there. So Unknown Hitman relegated to 3rd place now. After that, really good move on the outside. Maybe a little wide on the track limits. Ooh. Down in the Canada corner for the last time. 4Cam, I think 4Cam's got this sewn up if he doesn't make a mistake. Avoids that last 2 corners. He might have enough. Laid on the brakes. Here comes hybrid. Let's see about this exit. 4Cam's done it. I think 4Cam's got the win. The first AM driver in the series to win a race overall. LMR Hybrid comes in 2nd place. Unknown Hitman will come in 3rd place behind there. We got Medieval Knight coming up the hill for 4th place right here. I scored Buffalo right behind in 6th place here. RR Flight in 6th place. Whoops. Sedlum in 7th place. Dat Trashman in 8th place. ORC Yankees Fan in 9th place. Coming up the hill now. There you go. Bondacious coming up next in 10th place. Coming on last. This wasn't your race, Bondacious. Sorry. You have to tell me what's going on with that. If you just didn't agree with the car, wasn't your style, it wasn't the night, you know, whatever the case may be. We're missing a fair few drivers. We're missing TRC. We are missing Master Big Chief, NWR Trigger, Larry B the G. The Draftinator was in the series, but hasn't shown up yet, so I don't know if he's going to make any more. And he did mention he's not racing Forza too much anymore. We got LBW James, again coming over from our Project Cars 2 community, ORC community, into Forza now. He's liking it. He's just getting used to the game again. And he's coming in. He's got a message from ORC Yankees Fan. Yay! There we go. And that is the race. Round 3 of the IMSC, basically Chevy showcase at Road America. Thanks guys for joining. Please be on the lookout for the other videos, and hopefully we'll get ORC Black Ghost, ORC Severius in the commentary booth next time. So go check out those videos if you haven't seen it, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining. Bye.